Too late, it's on.
No, turn it off!
I don't want to be filmed right now. Okay, so everyone's cooped up, I know. We're doing carbon fiber work. We got to take advantage of this time. So
Hey, you're not 6 feet from me.
Here, smell this. So we used epoxy instead of polyurethane. This chemical we got from a company in Costa Mesa. I can't think of the name. RevChem. They sponsor the Colettas, and RevChem, we could use some help. But anyways, this is just regular carbon fiber mat, and what Robert did last weekend is you saw the damage in our last video. So he flipped the body over, taped all this up, and laid in the mat. So now we're solid, and we got the structure and the form of the fender. And he left a little ridge here when he did some work on the top to follow the line of the body.
What happened here was the car got hit here and down there, but with carbon fiber, the damage just keeps going. The stuff is real thin here and so strong that when it hits, the damage just continues out, and we had delamination all the way to here for something that happened way up there. This stuff is not much different than fiberglass, other than when you go to feather it back, it just wants to just tear apart. So you got to just keep cutting until you get back into the good solid material, and then you can start laminating your layers down. So if we were to flip this over, which we did, we came from about here all the way down here and wrapped it all the way around here. And hopefully that'll get us back into a solid body car.
What did we use? About $300
$270
worth of material, and you could buy it from McMaster-Carr, McKinney, and it was a little easier to work with than resin because your cure time was a little longer, and this stuff's badass. So we got ourselves a spare body. Just need some body work, and
are we gonna do those mods that are required by the middle of the year too?
Yeah, then we gotta do, the NHRA requires you have a body tether. So with all the explosions, it's a tether that goes from the front to the firewall. It's a Kevlar rope, and it's the same tether that goes to the back. So when the body bangs, it's to keep them from going in the stands. And we got that to do, and we're missing a burst panel. And other than that, this body's ready to go. It just needs some spare windows.
And a little bit of paint.
And a little bit
It's gotta look good.
And so we're gonna be doing, we got that going, and we'll show you the end result when we're done. And we got some other videos of what we've been doing, why we've been cooped up, so.
Trying to keep our race fans entertained.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get this body panel to lay back flat to take its original shape, and there was something hard in the honeycomb. We keep trying to figure out what it is. Well, we had to cut it open, and there it is.
Little Sonoma rock.
A little bit of rocks from the Sonoma. There it is. Now it lays down nice.
Let me see. Push it in.
Now I can get the form of the body back in without the rocks in there.
Awesome. Okay, it's rolling. All right, so what Junior's doing, or Robert, my brother, he ground all this out. He got all the rocks from Sonoma out, and now he feathered out the carbon. He got the paint off, and with the carbon and the epoxy or polyurethane, whatever you use, you have to sand it so it has the gripping capabilities. I don't know the science behind it, but you got to sand it down before it when you go and lay the epoxy. And I know so far out of that gallon, what have we used?
Maybe a quart.
Maybe a quart. So we're really not adding a ton of weight to this, and there's a lot of leftover, so we are kind of wasting it. But that's why once we learn how to use the vacuum bags, that's our next thing.
So
next chapter.
Going back to our vendor that we got the supplies from, we went to RevChem in Costa Mesa, California. They have places all over the West Coast. I called them asking for a product. The person on the phone could tell I did not know what I was talking about. So they gave me the number to one of their field reps. I called the guy about 10:30, and he said he could be here at 2, and he came out here. He looked at what we had and what our problems were, gave us a list of products we needed to purchase, and gave us technical support on how to apply them and use them. Without that, I probably would have made mistakes right out of the box. So I'd like to thank RevChem for that. Over here, we're cutting the carbon fiber to put back in. We started out using these scissors. The carbon fiber ruined the scissors in about 18 inches worth of cutting. I don't know what's in this stuff besides carbon, but it is some tough stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut all our pieces, and we'll start laminating, and hopefully we'll have a nice finished product.
Okay, so what are we doing here?
Laminating up the damage. Mixed up the batch. Got it soaking in. And now just try to get this carbon cloth to soak up as much of that resin as you can. That's where the strength comes from. It's got to be completely saturated.
So a little of this goes a long way.
Well, the more of that resin you can get in there, the better off, the stronger it'll be.
Well, people will eat you and beat you and
Hey, wait, is that frozen?
Yeah.
Reindeers are better than people.
Sven, don't you think I'm right? Oh,
The
people
rain.
will eat you and beat
What is it?
you.
The rain never bothered me anyway.
Yep, exactly.
Let it go. Let it go.
Would you rather sing, act, or dance?
That's a really hard decision. Because TMR, you do all three.
Jack.
Shout out.
Jack. Shout out. All in.
Shout out.
He went
And
to
shop.
OSHA, tried out two
Three,
conservatories.
1, 2, 3.
He went all
Clear.
in for dance.
Clear. Clear. Wait. Almost time. Clear. See, signs right here. You in your body, you conduct electricity. You conduct electricity. See, science. Even your butt can conduct electricity. Oh, just kidding.
Finally. That never happened.
Okay, Miley, okay, come on.
You couldn't. It's science. You can conduct electricity.
So,
You're on your own.
anyways, so
You're on your own with that one, Alex.
okay.
For my butt along.
This is pretty much done.
Bro.
Robert Jr. got the edge built up. It's a little rough. Looks like hell right now, but it's gonna look worse before it gets better. Trying to follow the line along the body, and has it shored up. This is about ready to go off. It's still a little tacky. We had a cloud cover. It never rains in California, but it started. So this is about ready to go off. And the front oil can where it had all the rocks, he's got it glued in, and then he taped it up so it'll be held in place. And as soon as that sets, that'll be cured. And then we're gonna go in, body work it, and it should be ready for paint. And
Hey, we'll be ready to go 300?
hopefully,
Good answer.
if I could see. Yeah, but the flares got damaged. Anthony DeCero makes those, and Robert got the front lip built up, so minus the side windows and everything else. And hey, Robert built this jig.
There, we repaired one. See how it comes out.
When you have a funny car and a welder and everything, you have a lot of extension cords.
A welder. So, this guy should be ready to go, and we just have to add the fire retardant paint on the inside. And Steve said we had a spare burst panel in the trailer, so I don't have to buy one. That's a plus. And the new body tethers, and we'll be ready to go. And Rob got the clutch done, or 3 clutches, and we're making progress to what would have been Las Vegas. But as you know, we are not going to Las Vegas because of the whole pandemic. But we're making the best of it, and with our music lesson, our science, and our
Faith in God.
Our faith in God, and we always got plenty of beer, so we're okay.
See, there's like 50 extension cords over here.
Hey everybody, I know everyone's cooped up at home. We're doing our own homeschooling, and we're on our science lesson. We're doing chemistry, so I decided to take things into my own hand. We're doing nitromethane today. So Miley, the rule book says 90% maximum. Now what you do is you take the nitromethane, and we're going to cut it, and we're going to check it. But you got to make sure when you pass tech, 90% is the maximum we can run. Okay?
100%.
No. The rule book says 90% maximum. We'll get disqualified.
Straight can.
Miley,